In the final years of the Cold War, the Soviet Union built something that was never meant to fight a war. It was built to end one. Forever. It could vanish beneath Arctic ice for months at a time. No sunlight. No radio contact. No rescue. And if the order ever came, it wouldn't hesitate. It wouldn't negotiate. It would launch. More than 100 nuclear warheads, from beneath frozen ocean, towards cities it would never see. One vessel, capable of erasing continents. But that isn't what made it truly dangerous. It was designed to fire after its own country had already been destroyed. This wasn't a weapon of attack. It was a weapon of revenge. Project 941. NATO gave it a simpler name, Typhoon, the largest submarine ever built. By the 1970s, nuclear war wasn't theory. American ballistic missile submarines already prowled the oceans, silent, hidden, ready. The logic was simple. If both sides could destroy each other, neither side would strike first. But there was a flaw. What if one side believed it could eliminate the other submarines before they launched? That doubt alone could start a war. And that doubt terrified Moscow. So Soviet engineers were given an impossible task. Build something that could not be hunted, could not be cornered, could not be eliminated in a first strike. The answer wasn't stealth alone. It was size, redundancy, geography. They built a submarine so massive it required two parallel pressure hulls, essentially two submarines fused inside one armored body. If one section was damaged, the other could survive. If one system failed, another would take over. This thing wasn't just large. It was built to endure the apocalypse. Length, over 570 feet. Height, like a 9-story building beneath the sea. Displacement, nearly 48,000 tons submerged. When it moved, it didn't glide. It displaced oceans. But size wasn't its most powerful weapon. And it wasn't the missiles either. It was the ice. The Arctic Ocean became its fortress. Above, meters of shifting ice. Below, deep, black silence. Satellites couldn't see through it. Enemy submarines struggled to maneuver under it. Surface ships couldn't operate there safely. The Typhoon could surface by breaking through solid ice, then disappear again. Imagine being tasked with finding something that doesn't need to surface. That doesn't need sunlight. That doesn't need contact with command for months. How do you destroy what you cannot locate? That question alone kept military planners awake at night. Because somewhere under that ice was enough firepower to end civilization. Inside the Typhoon were 20 intercontinental ballistic missiles. Each missile carried multiple nuclear warheads. One submarine, over 100 separate nuclear detonations. Not bombs dropped from aircraft, not battlefield weapons, strategic annihilation. Major cities could vanish within minutes. Entire regions rendered uninhabitable. And here's the terrifying part. The crew would never see the damage. They would fire from beneath ice, then remain submerged, waiting to learn if anything still existed above them. Life aboard the Typhoon was surreal. For a machine built for global destruction, it felt strangely human. Sauna, a small swimming pool, recreation areas, spacious sleeping quarters compared to other submarines. Because patrols weren't days, they were months. Picture this. You are 400 feet below frozen ocean. No sunlight for weeks. No fresh air. No certainty your family is safe. You receive an encrypted transmission. You and another officer turn keys simultaneously. You launch missiles knowing your country may already be gone. There is no confirmation screen. No second chance. Just the violent roar of rockets leaving water. And silence returning. That possibility defined every patrol. Their job wasn't combat. It was waiting. Waiting for a command everyone prayed would never arrive. And yet, the Typhoon may have been too powerful for its own era. Each one cost billions. Massive crews, complex logistics, specialized Arctic bases, endless maintenance. They were floating fortresses, and fortresses are expensive. Then came 1991. The Soviet Union collapsed, not from invasion, not from nuclear war, but from economic strain and political fracture. The Cold War ended not with missiles, but with signatures on paper. Suddenly, these under-ice giants had no enemy, no justification, No funding. Treaties slashed nuclear arsenals. Budgets evaporated. One by one, the Typhoons were retired. Not destroyed in battle. Not sunk heroically. Dismantled. Cut into sections. Recycled into ordinary steel. Machines built to survive Armageddon. Reduced to scrap. Only one remained active for years afterward. A shadow of a vanished superpower. But here is what lingers. The Typhoon itself is mostly gone. The doctrine that created it is not. Even today, submarines patrol oceans across the world. Quieter, smaller, more technologically advanced. Still carrying nuclear payloads. Still hidden. Still prepared to retaliate if their homeland disappears. The principle is unchanged. If we die, you die with us. It's called deterrence. And it has prevented world war for decades. But it rests on a fragile promise. That no one miscalculates. That no system fails. That no order is sent by mistake. Because once a submarine launches, there is no recall. The Typhoon-class submarine was not subtle. It was overwhelming. Cold War fear cast in steel. A monument to paranoia. A machine designed not for victory, but for mutual destruction. Some machines explore the unknown. Some push humanity forward. And some exist for the worst day imaginable. The Typhoon belonged to that last category. A fortress beneath the ice. A ghost carrying apocalypse. This is Iron Archive. And some of history's largest machines were built not to save the world, but to guarantee that no one could ever win it.